Hey everybody, what's up? It's Toby here with A Curious Beast. I am the guitar player for A Curious Beast, and I just wanted to jump on here today and do a quick video. We are 3 days away from releasing our first single, WaVeS. We have some artwork for it. We've also got some t-shirts. We're gonna have a store online. Sean is getting all that stuff set up as we speak. But this awesome artwork that we've had our guys working on. So we're getting this all together, all for you guys. We can't wait to share it with you guys. But I thought I'd do a series before each release that we're going to be doing, talking about the writing of the song and how the song came to be. So I thought the first one that obviously we're doing is WaVeS. I thought I would get on here and talk about how that song came to be and the writing process behind it. So it was back in 2018. I was taking my dog Kingsley down to the lake for a walk, and I used to, do that all the time. Still do it to this day. Take both of our dogs down to the lake for a walk. Anyway, and with songwriting, the thing about it is you never know when a song idea is going to hit you. When a melody might come into your head, or a lyric, or a rhythm, or anything like that. So you just never know when that's going to happen. It happens in all kinds of, you're in the shower, sometimes you're driving in your car. Anyway, for me, this is how this happens. I was actually walking down to the lake, like I said, and suddenly in my head, I started hearing, "It's coming in waves, waves, waves. It's coming in waves, waves." And it was just so huge sounding in my head. And what it reminded me of was like Jane's Addiction, like Perry Farrell, with those huge delays that he does and all that stuff. So I'm like halfway to the lake. The lake is like a 2-mile jaunt, down to the lake. So I'm like, I'm already like, 3/4 of a mile down to the lake. And suddenly I'm hearing this in my head, and it's just it sounds like a huge concert hall in my head. And I can just see a crowd doing this, in my head to this. And then suddenly I'm hearing this. And just I'm hearing this all in my head at the same time, which, it can drive you mad sometimes, but it's beautiful. I mean, I don't know. It's weird. I think about it all the time. Like, where do these ideas come from? Is it like some sort of energy that you're tapping into as an artist or as a writer that, it's coming from somewhere, and I'm not quite sure where it is. Anyway, so I'm thinking, man, I've got a long way to go, and I don't want to miss out on this song idea. So I turned around and started jogging back home. And so I get home, and I didn't have my electric guitars with me that day. So I thought, you know what? I'm just going to get on my Logic. I use Logic Pro for my recording on my Apple computer here. I need to get the new version of it, actually. This computer's about, 11 years old, so I need to actually update it. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So I run into the house. I've got the song going in my head. So I pick up my guitar and the acoustic, and I start figuring out the bam, bam, bam. So I figure that part out. I'm like, well, I guess I'll just hit a metronome and just record that guitar line. So I put I plugged the acoustic in and put it on an amp modeling thing that made it sound like an electric guitar. And so I recorded that. And then I wanted to get the coming in waves, waves. So I got the microphone and I just sang that into the mic, right? And so the next thing I know, the rest of the music starts coming out. The chorus part with the coming in waves. I was hearing this. So I heard that part. So I ended up, this is one of those songs that just kind of fell out in a matter of like 30 minutes. After like an hour or two, I sat back and I had, pretty much I programmed the drums, I created the bass line, and I had a full song musically, and I had just the chorus part, and then suddenly all the lyrics just boom, all came out all at one time. And that's the magic of music to me. Sometimes the best ideas fall out of you in 5 minutes or so. And so again, the next thing I know, I recorded this entire thing, and I've got the demo version of that, and that's what I've let everyone hear. And then we take that demo and everybody does their thing to it. Ross plays the drums, Hunter sings the vocals, I do the background vocals, and Sean, actually Micah played bass on this one. Yeah, I mean, I think I told that on the last video how that all happened. But you know, another thing too is so I had this demo together for it. And like I said, my buddy Dave Perez, the guitar player for Big Story, incredible writer as well. We were on the golf course and I was like, dude, I've got this song. It's called WaVeS. I want you to check it out. I'm curious what you think. And so I sent it to him, you know, later that day. And he was like, dude, that is like an earworm, bro. I can't get it out of my head. And I'm like, oh, that's a good sign, you know. And so the cool thing is whenever we got this project together at Curious Beast, in January we started to go in. I was like, let's just take WaVeS in. And so we go in there and I asked Dave if he would come in and jam on it with us. And it was so cool, man. Dave was playing guitar, Micah was on bass, Ross on drums, and me on guitar. And we all just started jamming after listening to the demo a couple times. And the coolest thing is that Dave came up with the second guitar parts on the verses. That's all Dave, man. And some of the coolest things, well, guys are gonna hear it whenever you hear it on Thursday, whenever we release it. You'll hear the two different guitar parts on the verses. Dave came up with the part, and honestly, one of my favorite parts of the song is the transition in the second verse. In the middle, the banana bear, you're gonna hear it. To me, that's one of my favorite parts of the song, and Dave Perez came up with that idea. So I just love collaborating with people, and my idea starts out here, and then I take it in the studio with everyone, and it turns into this beast, the Curious Beast. Listen, thanks for listening. I'm going to do this on every one of these songs because each one of these songs has a really cool backstory behind it and why the lyrics. I never know why I write the lyrics in the beginning. You know, like they just kind of fall out. And that happens on 99% of the songs that I write. The lyrics just kind of, after I come up with this musical idea, the lyrics just kind of come out of nowhere. And then I always look back and go, huh, so that was what that was about. So in my estimation, what this song is about is mental health. Not only my mental health, but the mental health of everyone around me at the time. Dealt with some very serious, heavy subjects. And I think this song does a deep dive into like whether it's you're dealing with anxiety or depression or addiction, you know, any of those anxiety, any of those type of, you know, just mental health issues. This song is kind of like what happens to you whenever one of those things starts affecting you and it becomes upon you and you can't stop it from happening. It's like this thing is inside of you and you just can't get rid of it. So anyway, that's kind of what my take is on this song. I would love to hear what everyone thinks about it once you hear the song and how maybe you know, you feel about it and what it means to you. I definitely would love to hear that, you know. So again, I'm going to do this for each one of these songs because each one of these songs has a really great story to tell. And yeah, I can't wait to share it with you guys. So I'm so looking forward to Thursday. And there might be a surprise coming on Wednesday too, but I'm not going to talk about that yet. I might just pop in and do another video tomorrow. So listen, guys, thank you so much for watching and listening. Please like and subscribe these videos and subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you'll be the first to hear WaVeS when it's released on Thursday. I appreciate you guys. And listen, as always, stay curious and rock on.